We almost at the end. I'm just trying to win, so I'ma put away my sins. You can have it all, I surrender, you can win. Chasing out the righteousness, not looking back again. Staying set apart, ain't even answering where I've been. Secret salvation, secret salvation, secret salvation, seeking salvation. That's the only thing that matters. We gon' climb the ladder. Holy Spirit, don't you ever leave me. If you do, then I'ma find you. See that light that's of a mind. The motivation just keep climbing. All we right here at the end. We watching this perfect time. Set yourself apart. Don't you be the dog. Don't you be the wife. Be like Lot. Care about your life. Seek the truth and don't you ever stop. Things that the Father promised us, nobody ever taught. How you can't get a better watch.
Shalawam, shalawam, shalawam. What a beautiful, beautiful song. Seeking salvation. That's what we all after. At least that's what you should be after. Seeking salvation. Right? So before we get started, we're going to give all praises be to the Most High Yahweh, Abanawa Yahweh, Call Halal Yahweh, and our King Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Without them, nothing can be done. For John says, well, all things that was created by him and through him. So, we give all praises to our Abanawa, and we give a good shout out to our King, our brother, right, that put on his flesh for us so he can go through what we went through. So nobody out there can say he doesn't understand what I'm going through. Yes, he does. He went through everything in his fleshly body that we went through. So with that being said, we're going to give all praises again to our Abanawi Yahweh Allah, Call Halal Yahweh, Call Halal Yahweh, Call Halal Yahweh, by Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai. And with that being said, we're going to get right into this one. This one is called Empty Deceit. Empty Deceit. So for those who have an ear to hear, please hear. Please focus in, listen, and let the word come out. We're going to just let the word come out. Like I said, for those who have an ear to hear, please hear. Because, you're dealing with your salvation. And it's very important. Let's dive right into the scriptures. Right here, we're going to be at Matthew chapter 7. Matthew chapter 7, verse 21. And it reads, not everyone, let me get it right here highlighted. Not everyone that saith unto me, Master, Master, shall enter into the kingdom of Shemayim, but he that doeth the will of my Father, which is in the Shemayim. So right here is telling us clearly we have to do the will of the Abba, which is in the Shemayim. Many will say to me in that day, Master, Master, have we not prophesied in thy name? Question mark. So they're asking a question. And in thy name have cast out devils? Question mark. And in thy name done many wonderful works? Another question mark. Verse 23. And then I will profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. So I want to click on this word real quick, iniquity. Right? Let me bring this down a little bit. And then I'm in the Blue Letter Bible, King James Version. You can pull this up yourself. It's not hard. Google Blue Letter Bible and go from there. So this is the Greek word.
Strong's G 458. Anamia. Anamia.
Anamia. Anamia. And we have right here, it says iniquity. It was used 12 times, right? Unrighteousness, transgression, the law, transgression of the law. Right here we have the outline biblical usage, and it says the condition of without law. Well, what law are we talking about here? Because this is iniquity. This is the word that is said, iniquity. Because of ignorant of it? Are you ignorant of the law? Paul said he was ignorant of the law. I was at one time ignorant of the law because of violating it. Violating what? The law. Right? And what does this one say?
Contempt and violation of law, iniquity, wickedness.
Strong's definition?
Violation of the law, wickedness, iniquity, transgress of the law, unrighteousness.
Okay, but it has a root word here. Let's click on this root word to see where that word came from. Because now we're going to get to the bottom source of it, right? And it says what? What does that say right there?
Destitute
Uh-huh.
of the Mosaic law.
So we're talking about the Mosaic law. And in A2 says, departing from the law, a violator of the law, lawless, wicked. This is what it's saying, lawless. So, bottom line is, as it said right here in the beginning, you who work what? This is what Yahweh Shai was saying, what? And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you, depart from me, ye that work what? Lawlessness, wickedness. You have departed from the law. What law? The Mosaic law, the royal law. It's right here in the New Testament. Mind you, Matthew chapter 7, verses 21, 22, and 23. And we can go on further, but for time's sake, I'm going to move on. Let's pull another one. Colossians. And I'm going to just jump down for time's sake and get this right here. If you haven't read the book of Colossians, please go back and read it. I always tell people, please go back and read the whole book, not just one chapter, but for time's sake, I've read it. So I'm just going into what I need right now. But please go back and read the whole thing. It says, beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after traditions of man. A lot of that's going on right now. People that are in the truth, people that are in the camps, that calling themselves Israelites, people that are coming into the truth, people that are leaving the church. You know, unfortunately, just how we used to tell people to leave the church, that they're being deceived. I mean, it's coming to the point to where we're really going to have to tell the people to leave the camps. Leave your camp, because people are being deceived. Why? It says right here, vain deceit. That's why this lesson is called empty deceit. Empty is when you have something that's empty. If you hand me a bottle and I say, can I get a drink? And you hand me a bottle and it's empty. What is that? It's empty. There's nothing in there. It's nothing that I can drink. Yahweh Shai said, come to me, all those who thirst, right? And you shall never thirst again. But if you handed me something empty, how can I drink? There's nothing for me to... I can't get quenched. I'm going like this and there's nothing in there. Vain deceit, after the traditions of man, after the rudiments of this world, and not after what? Hamashiach. Whatever camp you in, whatever you associated to, whoever you associated to, please, for those who have an ear, please make sure that you are serving Yahweh Allah and his son, his only begotten son, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, and not man traditions. Vain deceit. It's right here in Colossians 2 and 8. I beg of you. Verse 9. For in him dwelleth all the fullness of the what? Elohim head. Bodily. Right? In who? Yahweh Shai. And you are what? Complete, which is the head of all principalities of power. Who is complete? You are complete when you are what? In Hamashiach. Right? You don't need to be worried about man. You don't need to be worried about nothing else, because it said it's vain deceit after traditions of man, right? So make sure you following Yahweh Shai, because even in the scriptures they ask, what shall we do? And he said, do the will of the Father that sent me, and his will is that what? You believe on him, the one that was sent. So now we're going to move on from there to 2 Timothy. Let me pull this up. 2 Timothy. Oh, man, I didn't even put it. Let me see. 2 Timothy. Difficult times will come. I believe we're in difficult times right now. That's the name of this scripture, the passage that we're going to read. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. I'll let you get that, son. Go ahead.
This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Mm-hmm.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unkadash.
Now there's a lot of things in this. It's a lot of things in there. For men shall be lovers of themselves, of their own selves. We know that men are lovers of themselves right now. I'm talking about in the truth. Israelites that's doing videos just out on the streets. We know that they lovers of themselves. We know that they covered it. You can see it. You know. But listen, let me say this. Disclaimer. Let me say this. Even though I say these things, no matter what, this is why I'm not posting who it is or what it is or whatever. They are still my brothers. They are still my sisters. Just like if I was going off, I would want my brothers to be doing something so I may hear or they may reprove me so that I can come back and get myself correct. So disclaimer is, no matter what, they still my brothers to the death. But yes, we have to put it out there that people are going off. They're lovers of themselves, covetousness, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, and unkadash. Listen to this. Without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers. This is why right here where it says false accusers, this is why I'm not putting no pictures or pointing out no particular people or camps or church or this or that person. Because listen, you really don't know what a person is really doing. Only Yahweh knows a person's heart. All we can go off is about what we see, right, and what we hear. So we don't know when that person go home, when they close the door and they go in their room to pray, what they really saying, what they really asking for, or who they really praying to, right? But Yahweh knows. So I'm just pointing things out. And if you are in a particular camp or a particular church or joined to someone, then you need to think about these things. But moving on. Despisers of those that are good. Traitors. Go ahead. Verse 4.
Traitors, heedy, high-minded.
High-minded. It's a lot of camps. A lot of people that's at the top of those camps that are high-minded. A lot of people, even in the churches, high-minded. Lovers of what?
Lovers of pleasures.
More than lovers of Elohim. They love pleasure more than Elohim. Go ahead. Verse 5.
Having a form of Elohimness.
Having a form, meaning they put on their fringes. They got their fringes on. They got their ZCs on. They got their whole little outfit on. You know what I'm saying? They cut in the camp on the Shabbat. They keep the Shabbat. They do all that. Yahweh B'Shem Mashiach Yahweh Shai Barakatah. Right? Give you the handshake. They do all that. All that. But they have a form of what? A form of what?
Elohimness.
But denying the power thereof from such what? What does it tell us? The Bible, 2 Timothy 3 and 5, tell us for those type of people to do what? From such to turn away. So I didn't say this. This is already written. These type of people, turn away from. Come out of those camps. Come out of those churches. Leave those people alone. If you see that them people are high-minded, lovers of themselves, that love pleasure more than they love Elohim, without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers, man, he says turn away from them. Now you have to do the discernment to know what you in and who you around to know if you need to walk away from that and turn away from that. Right? You have to know that. Verse 6.
For of this sort are they which creep into houses, and lead captive silly women.
Say that one more time.
And lead captive silly women.
That's why so many of our Ahchwaths out there, that's when people be on these lives and things like that, who is always asking for questions, calling in, it's always the Ahchwaths. It's always our women. It's always our sisters, because they've been led away. These men take these women, lay with them, and then 2 days later they say, oh no, I changed my mind. I'm not feeling this. I'm gonna put you away, right? She joined a camp. She was in the camp and fell for some brother. Now she got to leave that camp because she feels so ashamed. Now she go join another camp and find out something else and do the same thing over again. Listen, it's just too much in Israel. It's just too much. Because people are not reading the scriptures. They're not reading the scriptures. It says right here, read it from the top one more time. We'll move forward. Verse 6.
For of this sort are they which creep into houses.
Creep. They know they creeping. Hasatan did nothing but to come to kill, steal, and destroy. They creep into your houses and lead captive silly women, laid with sin, led away what? To what?
With divers lusts.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Men are doing this on purpose. Sisters, Ahchwaths, follow Yahweh Shai. If you marry, follow your husband as he follow Yahweh Shai, and let him lead you properly. Let him lead you properly. Verse 7, let's move on.
Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth.
Right. How long you been in the truth? Well, I've been in the truth 10 years and you still don't know the truth? How long you been in the truth? How long you been down? How long you been coming in? Oh man, I've been here 20 years. I've been out here doing this 20 years and you still don't know the truth. I didn't say it. This was what's written. Ever learning, mean they have been learning. Always learning what? And never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Are you going to be able to come to the true knowledge? Because there's people out there that's claiming they in the truth, but the Bible clearly says that what? They never came to the knowledge of truth. They never came to it. Verse 8.
Now as James and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these also resist the truth.
They also do what? Resist the truth. Go ahead. Men of what? Corrupt minds. They are men of corrupt minds. And you following people, you putting your trust in men of corrupt minds, claiming a camp, claiming a church. I'm so tired of people when I get to come around people and they ask me what camp I'm from. Man, that remind me of what gang I'm from. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm from the streets. Compton, Watts, you get what I mean? Cali life. So I know what it is to be banged on. You know what I'm saying? Where you from, homie? You ain't none of that, I just live over here. No. What it do? And that's just how I feel about them camps. They always asking you what camp you from, man. What camp I'm from? I'm with Yahweh Shai Mashiach. Yahweh. Well, we gonna get into that. Verse 9.
But they shall proceed no further. For their folly shall be manifest.
Their what?
Their folly.
Yeah, your folly gonna be manifested. Like I said, I don't need to point fingers at who it is or what it is or this, that. You know who you are. If this peers you, you know who you are. And Yahweh know who you are. And my brother, our king, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, know who you are. So it's going to be manifested. It says right here, for their folly shall be manifested unto all men. And theirs also was. You know what I mean? I don't even want to, we're going to stop right there. Because, this could go into, I could keep going. But I just want to show you that, you have to be careful because of, who you following and what you into. Because it says right here, verse 5, they having a form of godliness, right? But denying the power thereof, right? So we have to be careful. Because look, Isaiah said what? Let's see what Isaiah said. Give me that. Verse 4. We'll start at verse 4. Give me that.
For since the beginning of the world.
How long?
For since the beginning.
So this is not nothing new that I'm saying. Isaiah said this. The prophet Isaiah said this. For since the beginning of the world, man have not heard nor perceived by the ear. Once again, I'm going to say this and we're going to move on. For those who have an ear to hear, please let them hear. Go ahead.
Neither hath the eye seen, O Allahayam, besides thee, what he hath prepared for him that waiteth for him.
Verse 5.
Thou meetest him that rejoiceth that worketh righteousness.
He meeteth. He meets you. Him that rejoice and worketh what? Righteousness. Those that what?
Remember thee in thy ways.
Come on. Behold.
Thou art wroth.
Man. Go ahead. Why is he mad? Why is Yahweh mad with us? Go ahead.
For we have sinned. In those is countenance. And we shall be saved.
Come on, verse 6.
But we are all as an unclean thing.
No, follow the men.
But we are all as an unclean thing.
No, join yourself to that general or that camp or that church. What it say?
But we are all as an unclean thing.
No, but he's so high. He understands. He has a great understanding of the scriptures. He's priest this. He's general this. He's elder this. He's pastor this. He's all these things, all these different men. But it says, but what?
But we are all as an unclean.
No, some. It say some right there. Say, but some are. Or does it say all? What does the Bible say? Bible says what?
But we are all.
All. Totality. All. Not some, but all. Go ahead.
And all our righteousness are as filthy rags.
So our righteousness is what?
Filthy rags.
So nobody's right in Yahweh's eyes. Your righteousness that you think you are exalting yourself is filthy. It's filthy. Stop exalting yourself. It is filthy rags to Yahweh. Go ahead.
And we all do fade as a leaf. And our iniquities,
our lawlessness, go ahead,
like the wind, have taken us away.
That's all I'm talking about. It has taken us away, right? Now, let's go jump here. And this is here it is right here. For those who have an ear to hear, let them hear. We're going to read this whole script right here. The foundations for living. For those who have an ear to hear, 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 1, right? For those who have an ear to hear, please hear the foundation for living, right? Go ahead.
And I, brethren, could not speak unto you as unto spiritual, but as unto carnal, even as unto babes in Hamashiach.
Now, this is how I'm feeling. This is exactly how I'm feeling. This is the reason why I'm bringing this out, because this is how I feel. I can't even speak to y'all. I can't speak to y'all the truth. I'm trying to bring it out right now. Somebody looking at this right now talking about heat. I don't think I'm nothing. I understand what I am. I'm a servant. That's it. Straight servant of who? Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. And through him, the Abba. That's all I am. And we're going to get into that. Because Paul said the same thing right here. I have fed you with milk and not with meat. For hereto ye were not able to bear it, neither yet now are you able. You still not able. For those who don't have an ear to hear, you still not able to hear it. I tried to bring it out. For ye are carnal. For whereas there is among you envying, is there not envying in Israel right now? Who camp is better? Who preach the best? Who got more videos? Who on the corner more? Who on the highways and byways? Is there not envying? Strife? Divisions? Man, we got camps that don't even get along. We got camps right now who don't get along with other camps, like gangs. That's division. Clearly. So don't make it seem like it's something else that it's not. Man, we got camps right now that don't get along, that envy and strife and divisions. Are you not carnal and walk as men? That's what I'm talking about. Walking as men. For while one saith, I am of Paul, and another, I am of Apollos. Are you not carnal? Carnal? Huh? One saith, I am of Paul, and another, I am of Apollos. One saith, I am of what? ISUPK. Another one say I'm what? With HOI. Another one say I'm with what? Sakari. Another one say I'm with WFI. Another one sound with another count, B-O-W. Another one sound with K-O-I. Another one say, all these different things Paul talked about. Are you not carnal? Are you not carnal? Man, when this is what? Paul. I'm Salakia, sorry. Who is then Paul? Who is Apollos? But ministers by whom you believe, even as the master gave to every man. So, once again, when it says, who then is Paul, or who is Apollos, who is Sakari? Who is WFI? Who is HOI? Who are they? But ministers by whom you believe in the master, Hamashiach Yahushua, every man. Who are these people? Man, you better be careful putting your trust in people and in man. Listen, verse 6, I have planted, Apollos watered, but Elohim gave the increase. No man gave the increase. No man taught you nothing. Ain't no man set up and talking about you got to come here and you got to learn here first. Man, ain't no man taught you nothing. Yahweh gave the increase. If it wasn't for him, we would know nothing. But you keep serving that man. You keep on. You keep on. He gonna get up with you. So then neither is he that planted anything. This is what Paul said. You ain't nothing. Neither that water. So the one that plant and the one that water ain't nothing. I didn't say this. This was written thousands of years ago because Paul knew it was going to be people like y'all that did these type of things to deceive not only silly women, but deceive our ox and malaks out there. And put Elohim that giveth the increase. Listen, but Elohim that giveth the increase. Paul said in verse 7, we are nothing. We are not anything. The only one that's something, it says, but Elohim that giveth the increase. He's the only one that's something. Now he that planteth and he that watereth are one. And every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor. No, your labor that you did with the camp. No, your labor that you did with your ox. No, that's not what the Bible says. It said, now he that planteth and he that watereth are one. And every man shall receive his own, meaning what you did. Oh, I went to camp. That ain't got nothing to do with what you did. Oh, I went to this on Shabbat. That ain't got nothing to do with what you did. What did you do for the kingdom? What did you do for the brick? What type of work did you put in? Every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor. Your own labor. For we are laborers together with Elohim. Ye are Elohim's husbandry. Ye are Elohim's building. Go ahead, get some of that.
According to the grace of Elohim, which is given unto me, as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon. But let every man take heed how he buildeth thereupon.
Come on.
For other foundation can no man lay than that is laid, which is Yahushua Hamashiach.
Come on, man. That's what I'm trying to say. You can't build on nothing else. Go ahead.
Now, if any man build upon this foundation, gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest.
It's going to be made manifest. Go ahead.
For the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire.
Come on.
And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is.
No, not every man, the whole camp work.
And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is.
Man, come on. Verse 14.
If any man's work abide which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire.
Yeah, and if you look that up in the NLT, that verse 3:15, it says basically like how you was in a wall of fire and you got pulled out, you know. So you was saved, but by the skin of your chinny chin chin, as they say. Go verse 16.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of Elohim, and that the Ruach of Allahayam dwelleth in you.
Yes, he does.
If any man defile the temple of Allahayam, him shall Allahayam destroy. For the temple of Allahayam is Kadash, which temple ye are.
So if you, to reference that, you can go back to Leviticus 19:1. It says, be Kadash as he is Kadash. Paul is quoting the same thing. If any man defile the temple of Allahayam, him shall Allahayam destroy, for the temple of Allahayam is Kadash, which temple you are. Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool, that he may be wise. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with Allahayam. For it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness. He taketh the wise in what? His own what?
Craftiness.
Okay. Go ahead.
And again, the master knoweth the thoughts of the wise, that they are vain.
Oh, Salakia, 1 Corinthians 3:19, what it's saying, where it is written, you can find that in Job 5:13. You can find that in Job 5:13, where it's written, just for you want to pull that up. Should I pull that up? Let me pull that up real quick to make sure that's what it is. Because I don't want to say it, and then they be like, oh, he ain't even. Yeah, stay where you at. Okay. This is Job 5:13. It say, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. So that's what it's talking about, where it's written. So it's written right there. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, right? And what was you at? Verse what? 16?
Verse 20.
Verse 20? Okay. Also, I want to make a disclaimer right here, man, that we talking about this, and we talking about the vain, deceit, foolishness. We talking about calling yourself, one worship Apollo, one worship Paul. You know, we have to understand that the Most High is jealous. The Most High is jealous. Is he not jealous? Let's get that. Exodus 34. Let me get that. And then we're going to go back to that. Let's get that. Is the Most High not jealous? It's written right here in Exodus. What it say? For thou shalt worship no other Allahayam, for Yahweh, whose name is what? Jealous, is a jealous Allahayam. It's said right here, Exodus 34:14. Let's get another one. Let's get another one. We know we dealing with a jealous one. The Most High is jealous. You're going to cause him to wrath. For Yahweh, the Allahayam, is a jealous Allahayam among you, lest what? The anger of Yahweh, the Allahayam, be kindled against thee and destroy thee from off the face of the earth. Man, you better be careful with dealing with man. You better be careful with dealing with your church. You better be careful with dealing with your pastor, your elder, your priest, whatever it is they call themselves, they general, soldier, captain, whatever y'all call yourself, man. You better be careful, because the Most High right here said he jealous. And he said he gonna what? If it's kindled against thee and destroy thee from what? Off the face of the earth. Man, you shall not tempt Yahweh your Allahayam as ye tempt him. Man, I'm trying to tell you, man. Okay. Y'all do what y'all want to do. I'm just trying to show you in 1 Corinthians, say verse 20, you know. We already in something, but I'm going to pull that in a minute. What you highlighting, boy, he over here, you should see him, he over here highlighting like crazy. Look at this. Look at that boy highlighting. Go ahead. Where we at? Start at 19 again. We'll jump from 19 to 20. Go ahead.
For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with Allahayam. For it is written, he taken the wise in their own craftiness.
Right. That's why I showed Job 5:13. Go ahead.
And again, Yahweh knoweth the thoughts of the wise, that they are vain.
They vain. Go ahead.
Therefore, let no man glory in men.
What?
Therefore, let no man glory in men.
No, praise priest such and such.
Let no man glory in men.
No, captain such and such, man. I mean, he know the scriptures. Boy, he Boy, he got it. I wanna be like him one day. I wanna know precepts, as they say. I wanna know precepts like he know precepts. I wanna know the Bible like he know the Bible. What does it say right there?
Let no man glory in man.
Man, now this is how you know people don't read the Bible. This is exactly how you know. You got thousands and thousands and thousands of people that join these camps and join these churches and glory in men. It said right there, for all things are what? Yours. Why you got to glory in the men when all things are yours? Listen what this say, verse 22. Whether Paul or Apollos or Cephas, am I pronouncing that right? Caiaphas? Yeah, is that Caiaphas again? Or the world, or life, or death, or things present, or things to come, are what? All are yours. All these things are yours. And it says in verse 23, what? And ye are what?
Hamashiach.
And who?
Hamashiach is Allahayams.
Wait a minute, let me blow this up as big as I can. I want people to see this. This is 1 Corinthians 3 and 23. It says, and ye are what?
Hamashiach.
And Hamashiach is who?
Allahayams.
Man. No, you with you are WFIs right here. Oh no, you are BOWs right here. Oh no, you are ISUBK right here. Oh, you are IUIC right here. Oh, you are, no, it doesn't say none of that. Don't you understand that you already are in something? This is why the Bible is telling you you are Hamashiachs. When you pledge to be something else from a camp or a church, you are making Yahweh jealous. Let me show you this. And then we're going to come back to that and we're going to get ready to close out. Let me pull something. Let me pull this. The law and the vow, Numbers 30. And Moses spake unto the heads of the tribes concerning the children of Israel, saying, this is the thing which Yahweh have commanded. Don't you remember how when Yahweh was so upset when the people kept asking, give us a king, give us a king? Yahweh say, what? Why would you want a king when I'm with you? We want to be like the other nations. We want a king. We want a king. Are you so foolish? We have a high priest. We have a mediator. We have an advocate. And yet you want to be up under a man. It just said that we are what? Hamashiach. We are with him already. You don't need to be under nobody but Hamashiach Yahweh. Verse 2. If a man vow a vow unto Yahweh, which we have done, if you in this truth, you have vowed a vow to Yahweh, or swear an oath, which we have done, because once you say you're going to keep the law, statute, and commandments, you're going to come back and serve who? Yahweh. Yahweh sent his son, his only begotten son, and said what? To believe on him that you may have salvation, that you may be saved, right? That he may save you and raise you up in the last day. So that's a vow. That's an oath. Bind his what? Soul with a bond. He shall not break his word, meaning you shall not go against the commandments, the laws, the statute, and commandments. He shall do according to all that proceeded out of his mouth. Is that not what it says? When they tempted Yahweh, when Hasatan took Yahweh up, he said, I give you all these kingdoms of the world. What did Yahweh say? Man must not live by bread alone, but every word that cometh out of the mouth of Yahweh. So we already have a vow. We already have an oath. But yet you signing contracts to be in a camp. You signing contracts to be in a camp. To go with what they want you to do. To preach with how they want you to preach. To go by their doctrine. Those are man doctrines. Those are man traditions. Man, you go by what Yahweh said. I got one more and then we're going to move on. And then we're going to go back and close out. What's that? Exodus 20,
Exodus
24. Exodus 24. Now, I know somebody mad. You know, hey, Hey, be mad. I don't care. You know, I come to preach the word of Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, and Yahweh. So be mad at me. That's why I ain't in nothing. I do as I want to do, as Yahweh and Yahweh Shai instruct me, right? For the scriptures say what? Let your word be a lamp to my feet that might lighten my pathway, that you may guide me. As David said, teach me your commandments. As David said, teach me your judgments. Teach me your commandments. Teach me how to go and walk upright, renewing me what? A clean heart. Cleanse me, make me white as snow. I ain't asking no man to cleanse me. Are you crazy? You can't clean nothing. You can't even clean your own self. People, man, I'm trying to tell you, Exodus 24:3. And Moses came and told the people all these words of Yahweh, and all the judgments, and all the people answered with one voice and said, all these words which Yahweh have said, we will do. Now, mind you, Israel believes in that we died, and in the third and fourth generation we come back and things like that. Like we reincarnated through, time and time again. So as it always say, and I say it all the time out there on the highways and byways, hey, we was here before. Well, John here somewhere. Moses could be here. We don't know who is who, but when they asked John the Baptist, was you Elijah? Yeah, and he said no. But as Yahweh Shai said, he was, right? So clearly, we already took an oath. If this is what you believe in, we already took an oath right here. Exodus 24, verse 3. All of Israel, not some of Israel, all of Israel. We have already taken the oath. So you can't make another pledge or make another oath to anything else. No camp, no church, no nothing. We already in something. Man, y'all better read the Bible and stop being led by man. Straight up. And Moses came and told the people all these words of Yahweh and all the judgments. And all the people answered with one voice and said, all these words which Yahweh have said, we will do. Now I'm going to show you what we in. Verse 4.
And Moses wrote all the words of Yahweh and rose up early in the morning.
Once again, early in the morning, not early in the evening, right? For those who keep thinking the day started in the evening, early in the morning. Go ahead.
And builded an altar upon the hill. And 12 pillars.
For the 12 tribes of Israel, what you say that you are, right? If you calling yourself Yahweh, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, if you for the 12 tribes, if you part of these 12 tribes, you already in something. You can't go join nothing else. Are you crazy? You already in something. Go ahead.
And he sent young men of the children of Israel, which offered burnt offerings, and sacrificed peace offerings of oxen unto Yahweh.
Come on.
And Moses took half of the blood,
and
put it in basins. And half of the blood he sprinkled on the altar.
Half of the blood he sprinkled on the altar, a blood offering, right? We in the blood covenant. Go ahead.
And he took the book of the covenant,
the law, the Bible, the Torah. He took he took the book of the law, right? Genesis, Exodus, all this. He put the book of the law, the thing that you believe in. Go ahead. Sorry. You like, man, you messed up my whole thing. Okay, Exodus 24:7. Sorry, Salakia, son. Salakia. I get so, you know how I get, man. I'll wait for you. Exodus 24:7, because you was there. Salakia for that. My bad.
And he took the book of the covenant and read in the audience of the people. And they said, all that Yahweh had said will we do.
All that Yahweh has said we will do. Go ahead.
And be obedient.
And be what?
Obedient.
To keep the law, statute, and commandments. What you say you doing, Israel, 12 tribes. Verse 8, that's all I want. Verse 8, give me that.
And Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people.
On who?
On the people.
On who?
On the people.
We are in a blood covenant. So you can't go join nothing else because you already joined to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. We are in a blood covenant. Go ahead.
And said, behold the blood of the covenant.
Behold what?
The blood of the covenant.
No, it's a WFI covenant.
Behold the blood of the covenant.
No, it's a Sakari covenant.
The blood of the covenant.
No, it's a HOI covenant.
The blood of the covenant.
Come on, man. What are we doing down here? What are we doing down here? What camp are we in? Oh, man. I mean, like Isaiah said, the whole head is sick. And we following man. Man, follow Yahweh and Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. Go ahead, finish that up, and we're going to run back there and then close out.
Which Yahweh hath made with you concerning all these words.
Read that one more time from the top, because, I mean, it's like I'm not reading this. It's like they haven't read the Bible. Who made it? Yahweh made it. Go ahead.
And Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people, and said, Behold the blood of the covenant, which Yahweh hath made with you concerning all these words.
Concerning all these words, right? Let's jump back to Corinthians. Right here. Corinthians. So that thing that Moses did when he made that covenant with them Israelites, who you say you are, right? Who you say you are, right? It says right here in 1 Corinthians 3:23 that, and ye are Hamashiachs, and Hamashiach is Elohim's, which he's Yahweh, right? Paul, who we reading, who is an Israelite, right? For did he not say that? Let me get that. Let me see. Romans. Did he not say that? Right here. Did not Paul say that? Romans 11. I say that have Elohim cast away his people? Had he cast away the Israelite? Elohim forbid. Paul said, for I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. He is in that blood covenant, sprinkled. Sprinkled. Like 40 water years ago, he had a song called Sprinkle Me, baby. Sprinkle me. For those who know about that. Elohim have not cast away his people, which he what? Foreknew. Why ye not, what the scriptures say of Elias, how ye make an intercession to Elohim against Israel, same master. They have killed. I don't even want to go into that because they're talking about Elijah, and I don't even want to go into that. But the whole purpose here is I was just showing that Paul said he was an Israelite. So Paul was bound by that. When Moses did that blood, Paul was bound by that. If you call yourself an Israelite, how come you not bound by that? He wrote right here that you are Mashiachs. So listen, I'm about to close out right here because I know somebody mad on here. Y'all probably turned it off. It is what it is. You know, hey, Hamashiach say, if they hate you, they hated me first. So I ain't mad, because if it appears you and it made you feel a certain way, I did what I was supposed to do, because that's what Hamashiach brought, right? So this whole lesson called empty deceit, and I hope you out there don't have that empty deceit, man. Put your trust in Yahweh, and Yahweh said, put your trust in His Son, our King, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, that you may be raised at the last day and make it into the kingdom, right? So we give all praises to our Abanawi Yahweh, Allah, the Allah of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Allah of Israel, and our King, our brother, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. With that, we're going to say, Shalawam.